Hiya, welcome back to my channel. Look at that, look at that. Take two. Hiya, welcome back to my channel. So today I got a bit extra glam for you because you're gonna see some horrors in a minute. As you can tell by the title, today's video is a tutorial on how to retighten your hair. Not only is a tutorial on how to retighten your hair, but also if you are starting microlocks, you want to start microlocks, braid locks, small locks, mini locks, whatever you want to call them, that you want to later on maintain by interlocking, which is what I do. I started and maintain with interlocking. Then this is the tutorial for you. Just wanted to introduce the video looking like this, because when you see me in a second, I ain't gonna have no makeup on, nothing. Just like out of the shower, I'm wearing a t-shirt with some bleach stains on the side from when I dyed my hair. And yeah, so I had to just come and, you know, please believe I'm going to take 100 pictures now, 100 selfies, because somebody must see me looking like this, you know. And oh my God, look, the hair's looking all cute, the edges are fresh, you know, the hair is clean, the face is beat. Like somebody needs to see this. So yeah, without further, oh, do you know, this reminds me of a party I went to, and the host said, without much ado, here's the video. Right, so I ain't got not one scrap, as Tamer would say, scrap of makeup on. There is some moisturizer, like my lips are looking real ashy, but I promise you, like I put a ton of lip balm on, you know. Like I checked that the elbows is not doing ash. This is the lighting trying to disgrace me. Like I'm rubbing in the cream. The elbows is not ash, the hands is not ash. Today Rosen came prepared. I know the eyes are looking like, you know, panda, panda, panda. Ooh! Don't laugh at my dab, yeah. But yeah, so, right, my hair's washed, freshly washed. Listen, I don't even have trousers on right now. I'm sitting here in an old t-shirt. I don't even have bra right now. You lot can't see that the boobs is just swank. You can't see. So I've got an old t-shirt on. You can see there's a little bit of like dye stains or bleach stains or whatever from before. Yeah, so I've got an old t-shirt on. My brown towel is on. The hair is freshly washed. And so yeah, we are going to need all the help that God can give us, because the time that I've tried to do a retightening tutorial before, it was an epic failure, bruv. So let's pray that, you know, God will help us to make this one work in it and be successful in Jesus' name, and let the church say amen. You can see I'm really overdue to do my roots, like to color my roots, but I'm not coloring my roots until I've decided now that I don't really want to colour my hair more than once a year. So just hanging my towel, my soaking wet towel on the tripod. Don't worry, it's nowhere near the camera. Yeah, I've decided I'm not going to colour my hair till like June, and I'll probably just stick with doing it like once a year. And even though I look kind of crazy right now because I've just got black and then I've got red, that works for me. So right now, yeah, you can see that I've got this little afro puff going on. Again, lift the edges alone. But it's because I have retightened everywhere. Right, can you see scalp, bruv? Can you see fresh? Can you see fresh retightening, fam? Oh my God, can you see scalp? Can you see my scalp? Oh my God, look at crispy! Fresh retightening, oh my Jesus, look at this. Because it's been like nearly 2 months. No, it's been more than 2 months. It's going on like, I don't even know. It's like, I'm pretty sure I'm pushing 10 weeks. This time, when I said last time, imagine me and my big mouth went and said, oh no, don't do 9 weeks. But the laziness, because I really feel like I should get to pay someone to retighten my hair, but I don't trust nobody with my hair. Fresh retightening, can you see? Oh my Jesus, wow, look, aish! Can you see the grid, bruv? I'm so proud because I did this grid myself. I didn't pay no one £1,700 to come and do it for me. Do you see the grid? Do you see the grid? Oh my Jesus, what? Aish! Straight, bruv. I did that. Do you see? I did that, you know. Aish! Crispy, fresh. Aish, crispy. Oh, geez. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me guess a little bit, yeah, that the grid is still there after 2 years. When I don't use no mirror, nothing, I retighten my hair and I sit down in the sofa like this and I just be doing it by how it feels. Ha! I have got some two-headed dragons that way. But for the fact that I did this myself for free, I'm very proud, mate. I'm very proud. So anyway, let me stick all this back. My hair is still kind of pretty sopping wet, so it's probably dripping. So let me let it drip that way. Anyways, yeah. So basically, what I wanted to do is show you how I retighten. So I left like 2 rows down here to show you how I retighten my hair. And if you want to know how to start it, I'll talk you through it, because obviously I'm locked, but I will talk you through how I did it when I first did it 2 years ago. years ago. So why am I saying dos? I'm not Spanish. Mienu years ago. How do you say years? Wow, look, Roslyn. Oh, Roslyn. I'm gonna start off with how, if you want to start your locks with all this jibber jabbing that I've been doing, if you want to start your locks, this is what you do. So I'm gonna show you, which side did I leave more? I think I left more on this side, I left more on this side. So I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna zoom in when I actually start it, but yeah, we're gonna come over here. I look hell, oh Jesus. Just excuse how I look in this video, yeah, because I'm just sweating. I ain't got no makeup on. I just look hurt, bruv. Anywho, please believe in the trailer, yeah. You're not going to see my face like this. You're going to see the nice part at the beginning where I'm more like, if you want to see how to do your hair and retighten your hair, please keep watching. You're going to see that part in the trailer. You ain't going to see all this in the trailer. You need to be a subscriber. You need to come and subscribe to see all of this in the real. Let me stop rambling. If you want to start off your locks, micro locks, interlocking, whether it's braid locks, whatever, and you plan to maintain with interlocking, this is how I started mine, yeah? So I started off by doing, I took a lot of time with the parting, hence why it took me 2 weeks. So I would start off, I would do each row, and then I used this. This is the only comb left that I have, and this is not even a full comb. It was a full comb, and at some point it just and snapped, and I didn't care because I needed this part. I don't really need as much now, but only for this part here. But when I was doing it, was really helpful. So I used to do it to part, and then I'd do my little squares, drop down. Can you see square, 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 square. Rosalie, focus, I don't. Okay, right. So when I got like one square, yeah, another thing that's gonna help, that's why I've got all this crap behind me here, is these. Right, let me pick up a few so I can show you. These, you know these little crocodile clips that you can use to just pad the hair out of the way? Yeah, you want to do that. Keep everything else, because remember, you'll be a loose natural this time, so all this needs to stay over there. Now I can tuck little locks in and stuff, but push everything to one side. And if those are too big for your hair, I use this to do my hairline. No, non-existent hairline is these ones. Stick the hand up like everyone likes to do. They look like that. These ones, yeah. So you want to use those. Right up in there. I'm gonna come up close. Let me come up close. Y'all can see all the acne scars, yeah. And push the hair out like this, yeah. And then you can keep everything separated, so that when you want to get all up close up in there, yeah, you can really like isolate the hair. Because what you don't want to have happen is all these. I'm sorry if I keep sweating. These lights are ridiculously hot, and today's a really hot day. Is the t-shirt not on backwards? Ah, shake. You don't want all these extra bits of hair around to be coming in and interrupting your flow, and then you have to now start ripping hairs out. You don't want to do that. You'd be weakening the lock at the root and all that. You don't do that. So you want to have all the hair in one place. And I'm not going to use this hair because the one right at the locks right at the front, I retighten them kind of different. I palm roll them. And that's the only something I've recently started doing. So anyone come and drag me, that's why your edges all messed up because you palm rolling tiny little locks. I only started doing that 2 months ago. You can see how much regrowths I have here. But before we talk about retightening, if all of this was loose, yeah, what I started off with, and I'm going to link the person that I watched when I spent those 2 weeks in the bathroom mirror starting my lock journey, yeah. Auntie Patience, Madam Patience Edet. I'm gonna link her channel. Unfortunately, she don't make videos no more. Maybe she will one day. Maybe this will encourage her. You lot watch the video a lot and say, Patience, come back. Patience, come back. She's the one that put up, and that video has helped. I know that video has helped so many people to start their lock journey that was not willing to go and cough up the bucks for sisterlocks, or just didn't want sisterlocks and wanted to do it themselves, like moi. So she used the clock rotation, but to start it, let's say all of this was loose. You want to just take, like, don't bother comb it out. But what you want to do is just loosen it. So let's pretend this was like some loose hair, yeah, loose natural hair. And you're just going to kind of plait, like, you know where you don't look, you're not focused on the bottom. You're just going to plait it a little bit, right to the end. So you don't really care what's happening at the root. You just want to get a little plait going at the end, or like, you know, curling it around your fingers and twisting it like this. And then you're going to take your finger and you're going to do that and push all that bit that you plait as far down as you can, so it's kind of knotted, so the hair's not coming out. Once you've got it all done there, you're going to use the clock rotation. So I'm going to turn to the side and pray I don't knock my camera over, so I can try and do it so it looks like a clock. I'm even going to try and put the symbols, the 12, what goes that way? Okay, it's opposite to what would be normal to me. So this is going to be the 12, the 9, the 6, and the 3, yeah? 12, 9, 6, 3. I hope that shows up the right way, because right now it's backwards because I'm talking to you like this. But anyway, so what you're going to do, you're going to start off, you're going to go down, yeah? So from 12 to 6, okay? Then we're going to stick the finger in this way, yeah? And every time you're pushing it down, so there's no gaps, no pockets of air or loose hair where you get all bumpy. So then you're going to go from 9, or you're going to put your finger in this way, wrong way around, and you're going to take your hair at the bottom from 9 over to 3, yeah? Right. Again, we're going to put our hand in down here, or up here. Wait, are we going for 6? Yeah, right. Then you're going to put, oh, look, see? Don't mind that, yeah? We're just pretending, okay? So, Lord, at least let this help tutorial help somebody. Okay, so you put your hand in at the top, right? Pushing it down again, and you're going to go from 6 to 12, right? So coming up. And again, then you're going to come over this side. No, wait, wrong side. Is it this side? Yeah, this side. Because you're going to go from 9 p.m. to 3 p.m. So down, up. I'm probably doing this all wrong, but you're going to get the gist because it's not making sense. I'm trying to explain it. I'm going to try this again. So down to up. Push it down, across to across. Go in here, like this. And the main thing is, even if you get it confused, just keep going in a flow that makes sense to you. You get it? So that you're not doing things twice. Because the main thing you don't want to do is do this, and do this, and do this. Because what you end up doing is splitting the lock, and you end up getting locks that are going separately this way. So you don't want to keep going through the same place twice. So the main gist of it is whether you do 12, 9, 6, 3, 12, 6, 9, 3, whichever way you go, you just don't want to be going through the same hole twice. In the grand scheme of things, you're not going to damage your hair if you do it once by accident, but you don't want to be going through the same place twice, basically. That's the whole point. From my experience, I don't know about sister locks, but from my experience, that's what you get. And then you end up with this hair right here. Let's pretend this is one giant lock that is interlocked, right? And you do that up until you can't get your fingers, or in this case, my hand, you can't get it in there no more. This is where last week's video comes in with the retightening tool. So I'm gonna get real close and not knock over the camera or none of these lights because there's a lot of cables going on the floor right now. So let me just undo this quickly. What you wanna do, as I said before, you wanna separate the hairs. So you don't wanna have loads of hairs around. So this is the one I'm gonna be working on, yeah? Or where's the first one that's not been retightened? This one? No. This one, here we go. So you want to clip everything else out of the way, and if you need a few clips to do that, whoop, go on ahead and take as many clips as you need. They usually come like a pack of 10, pack of 20, something like that. But yeah, I'm really sorry if this is blurry. I apologize because I really want to try and get up close, and my husband's not home right now to come and show you guys how, like, so he could be, you know, cameraman extraordinaire to show you guys. So I'm trying to do my best, okay? So right, I'm up close here, right up close. Camera, will you focus for us, yeah? Try and help us. Okay, so you guys can see all the new growth that is hiding in here. Now, the ones right across the hairline here is the ones where I will palm roll them, but the ones back here, anything first row back, apart from the first row going back, is all interlocked. So I have my spray bottle, and this is just distilled water, and this whole spray bottle will probably have about a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of glycerin. My hair is really wet right now, it's soaking wet, so I haven't put any in there, but in case you're doing it where you've washed your hair, but maybe it's the next day and your hair's dry, you can use this to, like, you don't want to be doing this with dry hair, you get like hair popping, and you don't want to, so your hair, you still want your hair to be just a bit, you know, wet. So, right, now let's get into it. So, right, you got your hair here, so I'm going to follow exactly the same pattern as I was before. But because I've got so much new growth, I don't need the tool right now. So I'm starting off, okay, let's see if I could do this straight for you guys. Let's get all up close. And I'm starting off pulling it in this way, right? And I don't really follow the clock anymore because I've been doing it for so long, so I remember. And then I'm going down, and then I'm wrapping the hair around my finger, and I'm pulling it through. I'm going to go from the back to the front, push it down like I did before, and then through. I'm going to go from the bottom, push it down, wrap around my finger, pull it through. And I'm going to keep going, which is not going to be very much, until my finger can't fit anymore and I can't pull it through with my finger. Wait, I'm supposed to go this way first. until I can't pull it through. See, if you forget, it's not the end of the world, yeah? It happens. It's not gonna do anything crazy. What you don't wanna do is split your lock accidentally by going through the same hole a million times. That sounded worse than it meant to be. But yeah, see, this is what I mean about keeping the other locks out of the way. Yeah? So, see if I can still get another rotation in here. So I'm going up. And I keep pushing down because I don't want any gaps. I don't want any gaps. I want it to be a tight lock. So I don't want any gaps when I'm doing it. And you can see I'm not that much of a stickler for how, if I've done the exact clock rotation, I just make sure I don't go through the same hole twice. Okay, I'm not going to fit my finger through there anymore. So now we use the tool. The sweat is real, y'all. Ooh, I'm so sorry. I apologize, but the lights are right here and right here. They're literally this far apart. So the sweat is real. But anyway, back to what we was doing. So you're then going to thread the end of your hair through the tool, right? You're then going to continue exactly what you was doing before, push down, but you're using the tool this time. So you don't have to fit your finger through it, and it makes it a million times easier. And you don't have to be harsh with your hair. You can be very gentle, but it's the same thing as we were doing before. Okay, I think that's tight enough. And then there you go, look, all done. Now I probably could have fit another one in there, but no, I don't want to do that. So yeah, there you go. Now it's all tight. Okay, so we are now all done with all those other bits like inside, and I've shown you how kind of retightening your hair so it's looking all fresh and crispy. Now we talk about the hairline. Okay, so I am not saying this is, I'm just separating out the hairline portion, known as this the hairline portion. I'm not recommending this is the way to retighten your hairline if you got micro locks. If your hairline is like, you know, nice and full and everything, you probably wouldn't even need to do this because it's all gonna look nice and even. But for me, with my, you know, jaggedy hairline, I do this, and I've only been doing it for the last couple of retightenings, because it makes it look neater. Where I'm lacking hair, like around here, and I'll show you guys, can you see? Ooh, shock horror. The hair just doesn't grow thick here, and it's been like that for as long as I can remember. If I use a palm rolling method here, then I can just neaten it up so it just looks neater. And it's not necessarily that I'm doing it really tight, it just looks neater. These are all the bits that are going to be palm rolled right here. And I'm just going to push the rest back in the ponytail. I can't believe the red light is flashing as in my battery's about to die. Don't die on me. So I'm not going to be able to show you doing all of it in like some kind of time lapse like I'd intended. I'm going to have to show you a couple and then come back with the finished result. Now I've got all these disaster pieces at the front. Yeah, so what I do is I use this. Y'all know this, good old eco styler, natural locks, whatever. Y'all know this stuff. Now for a little while I did use the Talia Wajid, I can't remember what it's called, not the mango lime twist, is it twist and hold, something like that, but basically a locking gel, but I prefer this. So, and I only use it on my edges, even when I'm not, before I start doing the palm roll on the front, I would like to use a little bit, just a teeny bit, just dab, dab, don't do that, dab a little bit and then do it. I'm gonna start all the way down here, and I'm just gonna pull these taut so the hair is not in the way, and we're just dealing with this one here. And this is where my little broken tail comb comes into play because if there's any kind of like, I want it to just be, you know, neat, and I need to like comb, trying to comb my hair, then I can just put another clip there, like a bit closer, just to keep it nice and neat. And again, if it's a bit dry, it's not really dry, but just for effect, we'll just put a couple drops of water on it. And then, actually it does feel a little bit dry, let's get a bit of water. I'll squirt in my hand, probably land better. Okay, squirt a little bit of water. There you go. A little bit moist, and I'm just pulling it all down. I'm not really combing it out, and then just a dab, just a little Whoop. Just little, just that little thing there. You see that? Just a there. That's even a bit much. Brush a little bit off. So literally, because I mean the locks are titchy. How much do you really need? Just a dab up in there. And then we're just gonna twist it like a flat twist cornrow. And bring it down. And then whoop. And we're gonna pin that all the way back. Oh, where's all my pins? Sorry y'all, this is so awkward. Pin it all the way back over here. And I don't know if y'all can see that. Nice and crisp. Gonna try to do one more before this battery dies. Next one is this one. Okay, so again, squeeze a little bit of water in my palm. Just wet it a little bit. Little dab of hair gel. Dab. Okay, and then yeah, just smooth it down, bring it down. And twist, and roll. And there it is. And see what I mean? It just looks a bit neater, you feel me? This one was just like, we're not talking about that one. But can you see what I mean? Because my hair is not a lot, so it just looks neater like that when I palm roll it, as opposed to doing the interlocking along the hairline. Yeah, that is what I do. I'm gonna come back and show you what it looks like at the end. And now I'm gonna sit under the dryer for like half an hour. Oh, jeez, man. Oh, this is why we make makeup. Yeah, and I'll come back at the end and show you what it looks like. And then we should be all good for another 9 weeks. Okay, so I have retightened, as you saw, done the hairline, sat under the dryer for about 20-25 minutes. I haven't done that whole hours and hours sitting under. This is my dryer, yeah. So basically I attached the end of this to my, look, it's looking really old. I've had this for years now. But I attached the end of it, whoop, to my hair dryer here. And then, oh, you can see the lights in there. This is why I'm sweating. This light here and this light here is why I'm sweating. But yeah, so I attach it to here, and then it's got like a little bit that you can tighten it up. So I'm not wanting my whole hair to be dry, but I just wanted the front to be dry. So now y'all got a better idea when I say the edges over here, yeah, here and here, it's not that crisp, is it? So yeah, so now I can like take all of these pins out. Oh. And because it's palm rolled here and the rest is interlocked, it kind of looks like I've just got this line under my hairline, but after a couple of days, it won't look like that no more. So, yeah. But now you lot can see my edges for real up close. This is what my hair has been like for as long as I can remember. And, you know, that's what it is. I have to just learn to accept it. I can't be embarrassed or ashamed by it. That's what it is. Yeah, so that's my hair, y'all. Yeah, I'll just do quick spin for y'all. Let me turn around. Hopefully, look at that. Just knocking the camera. Let me shift my nyash this way. I don't know if you guys can see. This is the back, and you can see. Ooh, it's all fresh and neat and clean. It's still pretty wet, but as I'm going out, I'm just going to leave it to air dry because I'm going to put rollers in it tomorrow anyway because I want it curly for the week. So if you guys want to see curly girl routine, how I curl my locks and get more cute and curly and pretty, then leave a comment below, give the video a thumbs up. But yeah, this is what my hair's looking like. So yeah, this is my whole long ass, can't be bothered but still have to do it, retightening routine. So I hope that video made sense. I tried, this is like the second or third time I've tried to do a retightening tutorial. This is it. This is the one that's going up. So I hope it was useful. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. It'll encourage me to try and make me more tutorials, no matter how many times I've got to do it. Share it with people that you know, locks, microlocks, traditional locks. Comment down below. Let me know if there's any other tutorials you'd like to see. So until next week Sunday, bye! I don't know where this thing with the fingers came from, y'all. I'm sorry.